Good morning, students. So till in this chapter we have discussed about the magnetic field, magnetic forces, magnetic moment, torque acting on the rectangular coil. Now today we are going to learn one of the very important topic, the application of both electric field and magnetic field, that is cyclotron. So what is cyclotron? So cyclotron is a device or a machine which is used to accelerate charge particle. कौन से charge particle? Proton, deuteron, alpha particles. Okay, it is not able to accelerate neutron as well as electron. Neutron को क्यों नहीं? Because neutron is a chargeless particle and electron mass is very small. We can study why the electron is not accelerated by the cyclotron. So cyclotron is a device or a machine which is used to accelerate charge particle. This device and machine is constructed by E.O. Lawrence and M.S. Livingstone. These are the two scientists and the engineers. They constructed cyclotron. So what is the basic theory behind the cyclotron? So in theory, when a charged particle Q enters perpendicularly in a uniform magnetic field with velocity v, when a charged particle enters perpendicularly in a uniform magnetic field B, then it experiences force. And how much is the force acting on the charged particle? That we know, F is equal to Q V cross B. This is the formula for the force acting on the charged particle. F is equal to Q V cross B. But as the velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field, the angle between V and B is 90. Sin 90 is equal to 1. So therefore F become QVB. And for circular motion, we know that F is equal to mv square by r, centripetal force. Okay, now comparing the two equation number 2 and 1, so second equation में mv square by r is equal to qvb, so we cut, so mv is equal to qbr, but mv is what? Momentum of a charged particle, where r is the radius of the circular orbit, and q and b remains constant. So you can say that the momentum of a charged particle enters into a uniform magnetic field is directly proportional to the radius r. As the radius of orbit increases, its momentum also increases. But for circular motion, what is V? V is equal to omega r. So substituting in place of V as omega r, so what you get? M omega r is equal to QBR, r cancel. So omega is equal to QBR divided by M, and this omega is represented by omega c, which is known as angular cyclotron frequency. It is called angular cyclotron frequency. Okay, and this frequency does not depend as well as on R and V. So we know that omega c is equal to 2 pi fc, or it is 2 pi by t. So therefore we can write, and this result is equal to QB divided by M. So FC becomes QB divided by 2 pi M, called cyclotron frequency. Cyclotron frequency. And about the time period, and T is equal to 2 pi M divided by QB. So here time period and the cyclotron frequency both does not depends on, so cyclotron frequency and time period does not depends on what beta? R, radius and linear velocity. So this is the theory behind the cyclotron. Okay, so cyclotron is a device which is used to accelerate the charged particle, and when the charged particle enters into the magnetic field, we know that it experiences the force and by which it performs the circular motion. And the angular frequency of the cyclotron frequency and time period does not depends on the orbital radius and the linear velocity. And what is the kinetic energy? So kinetic energy formula, K is equal to P square by 2m, and we know the momentum is equal to QBR. So we can say that it becomes Q square B square R square upon 2m. So as the radius increases, kinetic energy also increases. So remember this results formula you are going to use this result for the calculation purpose. Now we are coming to the construction of cyclotron. So in last topic just we discussed about the theory of the cyclotron, how the cyclotron frequency does not depends on the radius and its linear velocity. Now how the cyclotron works. So just we see the construction of the cyclotron. We are having two metallic Ds, D-double-E-S, Ds. These two metallic Ds are placed in evacuated chamber. Why evacuated chamber is used? Because if the particle will accelerate, then what happens? It will collide with the air molecules and its path get deviated. Okay, so therefore we are using evacuated chamber, and it is connected with very high frequency oscillators which maintain with the frequency of cyclotron. Okay, and this entire arrangement is placed in a uniform magnetic field. Entire arrangement is placed in a uniform magnetic field between the two poles of magnet. So it is very clear from the figure, at any instant of time, this is the side view and this is the top view. We are taking a positive charge particle proton, for example, between the two Ds, D1 and D2. As soon as a small electric field is applied across the D1 and D2 by the help of this oscillator, then what happens? At any moment, if D2 is positive, then D1 is negative. So this charge particle will get enters in which hollow D1. As soon as the charge particle enters in this D1, electric field inside the D is zero. There is no electric field inside the D due to the effect electrostatic shielding. But there is a presence of magnetic field which is perpendicular. So it rotates the charge particle in a circular motion, turn into a circular motion, and again the particle comes in the space between D1 and D2. As the charge particle comes in the space between D1 and D2, polarities get reversed. Now D1 becomes positive and D2 becomes negative. So now this proton will enter in D2, and after completing half cycle, again it comes between the space between D1 and D2. Again under electric field 0, but magnetic field is not 0, and main function of magnetic field is used to change the direction. Okay, and electric field is providing energy. By repeating this process at every half rotation, direction of D1 and D2, polarity of D1 and D2 changes, and this charge particle perform half of the rotation when it is passing through one D to another D. In this manner, at every half rotation, its radius increases. Because frequency independent of radius, its radius keep on increasing. Radius increases, so momentum increases. Momentum increases, so kinetic energy of the charge particle also increases. When its radius is sufficiently large, it is taken out from the window and this charge particle incident on a target. और टारगेट में वहां पे कुछ भी हो सकता है. स्टार्टिंग ऑफ न्यूक्लियर रिएक्शन, ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कैंसर, आयन इम्प्लांटेशन, प्रिपरेशन ऑफ न्यू रेडियोएक्टिव मटेरियल वगैरह. तो वंस अगेन डियर स्टूडेंट्स, at any, this is the side view of the construction of the cyclotron, and this is the top view. At any instant, suppose the D1 is negative, D2 is positive, the charge particle P enters into D1. As soon as it enters in a hollow D, electric field becomes 0. Only magnetic field is there. Magnetic field changes its path into the circular motion. After completion half of the rotation, it again comes in the space between D1 and D2. As charge particle comes in the space between D1 and D2, polarities get reversed. The negative D1 become positive and D2 positive becomes negative. And this charge particle enters into the second D. By completing half of the rotation, at every half rotation, polarity is get reversed. But as it comes in the space between D1 and D2, every time its radius increases. And radius increases means its momentum increases. Momentum increases, its kinetic energy also increases. So what is the main function of electric field and magnetic field? Electric field is providing energy to the charge particle because it takes the charge particle from one D to another D. Magnetic field is used to change the direction. Magnetic field is perpendicular, electric field is parallel. Okay, now what is the uses of cyclotron? To accelerate charged particles like proton, deuteron, alpha particles. Starting of nuclear reaction, ion implantation, due to which preparation of new radioactive material. In earlier days, in 1934, 36, 30, 40s, it is used for the treatment of cancer also. Okay, so what are the limitations of the cyclotron? Cyclotron is not able to accelerate neutron. Why? Because neutron is a chargeless particle. It cannot accelerate even the electron also. Where electron is a negative charge particle, but it cannot accelerate electron due to the presence of its large angular frequency. Cyclotron frequency in gigahertz. And the last limitation, according to the theory of relativity, okay, ki velocity increases means mass of particle also increases. What is the formula which gives the relation? So you already know the formula. M is equal to m naught root of 1 minus v square by c square. According to this formula, velocity increases, so here the mass changes, mass also increases, mass increases, so frequency decreases, then it is difficult to maintain the frequency of AC with the frequency of cyclotron. So we cannot considerably or largely modify the velocity of charged particle beyond certain limit. Okay, so this is the working, uses and limitation of cyclotron. So what is the principle of cyclotron? Cyclotron is used to accelerate the charged particles. Here energy is provided by the electric field, magnetic field changes its direction, and combination of both electric field and magnetic field, it is used to accelerate charged particle. In this manner you can able to understand cyclotron properly. What is the principle, working, construction, uses and limitation. I hope you can able to understand this. If you have any doubt or difficulty, you can call me at any instant of time. Have a good day. Thank you.